Y'all know what it is. It's the Flew Here, Grew Here podcast where worlds collide no matter where you reside. Ew. I am your girl, April B., your favorite media maven.
And it is Chanel Simone, your favorite Brooklyn baddie.
And today, we are back with a special guest. Listen, we talking radio royalty. We talking Atlanta staple. You can't go nowhere in Atlanta and not know this lady. We talking hosting galore. First of all, she be hosting all over Atlanta. Like, girl, Miss Shyneka be in Gwinnett and then in South Fulton, like in one day.
Hello, handling business at the
giving out breakfast at the McDonald's.
Giving out, come down here and
get your taxes done.
You got 3 kids?
Yeah, okay.
Then she be chewing up these men on the radio.
On the syndicated morning show, we have to make that known, baby. One of the morning show of Atlanta, okay? Without further ado, we have our girl, Miss Shyneka in the building.
I'm so excited to be here.
Yes.
I know April broke it down, but I just want to say, y'all know I'm a Brooklyn girl at heart.
You are a Brooklyn girl.
Brooklyn. But I've been living in Atlanta almost 20 years.
Oh.
Yeah.
Right. No.
And you still claiming Brooklyn? You ain't 30.
I claim both.
She's 30.
Well, I've been here 16 years.
Almost 20.
Yeah.
But
we've been here a long time.
I do go home.
I'm from Brooklyn.
Yeah,
y'all broke. Okay, y'all both from Brooklyn.
And now we both.
Y'all here. Y'all
yes.
Okay.
And I just want to And I just want to say, when I went to college and I studied, mass communications, radio.
What college?
Albany State University.
Okay.
Yeah. Shout out to Albany State.
That's country.
Right. Shout out to the 229.
Yes,
Southwest
Georgia. She took me down there the other week. I was like,
she came to my homecoming.
Oh. It was country.
You saw cotton.
I know it was a country. It was a culture shock for you to come from Brooklyn to Albany.
Yes.
I'm not even ready for Albany.
Yo.
It's not. When I saw cotton fields, I was like, oh. I thought that was bad. And I just want to say this. She don't know this, but when we have the radio station at Albany State, and everybody was like, oh, who do you listen to? We talk about inspirations. Everybody talk about the Lala, the Angie Martinez, and I'm not gonna hold you. I was like, well. Do y'all know who Miss Shyneka is?
Yeah.
No, and some of them was like from Atlanta, so they was like, yeah, some of them was like, no, and I was like, oh, well, I always hear her on the radio,
Yes.
So since college, I've been studying you, watching you, and now I feel like I'm following his footsteps.
Yeah.
I appreciate you being here so much.
Thank you.
Absolutely. And shout out to Media Girls Network, because this relationship couldn't be possible. We actually met you through a Media Girls event.
Yes.
So yeah, shout out Jaleesa. That's our girl. So.
Shout out to Jaleesa, but at the same time, it wouldn't have meshed if you guys didn't have the personalities and the spirits that you have, because not everybody that works for someone's platform is like welcoming or generous or kind or worthy really of building and networking with. So thank you ladies for being
and thank you too, because you could have been one of them crazy ass icons. you know the ones who've been in the game so long.
Did you talk to Johnny?
Did you like she could have been like
no, from day one when we told Miss Shyneka our vision, and she was on board.
Yeah,
I was excited. I'm like, yes.
First of all, I think she texts you saying when it might come in.
And here we are today. So we're very grateful. Okay, so let's move into something fun. We're gonna play. This is our first class versus coach since back for our second season. So we play a little icebreaker called First Class versus Coach. Okay. So in our big bowl of four things,
it's a big bowl.
It's a big bowl.
5 things.
Yes, nothing's in here, guys. Okay. So you're gonna pull out a piece of paper. On the paper is going to give you 2 options.
Okay.
You're going to tell us which one is first class if you like it, which one is coach if you're like, eh. Now.
So I'm only pulling out one thing.
Yeah, one at a time.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So if you cannot decide on which one is first class or coach and you're like, y'all, this is too hard.
It is shot time.
You got to take a shot. So.
I don't mind. Please let me get stuck.
Let's get into it.
So
I think that's a long one.
Mm-hmm. So long.
Go ahead.
Okay, what does it say?
Ooh. Okay. Being in a long-term relationship and never getting married versus getting married and it not lasting.
Okay, which one is first class? Which one is coach?
First class is being in a long-term relationship.
Do we have a so you read all the common law? So in the obituary, at this point, you rather be special friend. Because y'all know me still.
No, but put me on that show.
I'm gonna be that bitch. Special friend my ass. I'm gonna be that bitch.
And make sure I'm
got everything.
I'm gonna say, put me on the
you already set it up.
Sign me up.
Yeah, sign me up.
I feel like once you secure life insurance, I mean,
once you put me on the policy to be the beneficiary, we
don't gotta be married.
No,
because that's a lot of
Yeah.
But if you love me, you want to make sure that I am good in your afterlife.
Okay, we can do that.
That's what we gonna do.
All right, cheers. All right,
okay, cheers.
These are all for you.
Oh, I gotta keep going.
You gotta keep going.
Okay, that's fine.
Wait, not the nails match the outfit.
I didn't even notice.
Period.
Okay, radio versus hostings. Radio is definitely first class.
Okay.
Hosting second class because what is a coach?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because radio was a second coming of TV. I wanted to be a news anchor. And then radio was just like my way in. But really, I hadn't thought about the being in front of people and having to talk part. So the hostings are just extra and people want to see me. Yeah. I had never thought about that part. Ever.
Oh, wow.
So you just thought of it being like, this is what I'm supposed to do.
I'm like, I want to be on the radio. If I got to go to school for 4 extra years, I got an opportunity to have this internship and do what I need to do and, make it shake. Then that's what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
Capiche?
Okay.
I have no shots yet. It's okay.
No shot.
No. Even if you don't pick one,
we still take a shot here.
Being a world-renowned legend or being a local legend. Okay, so first class is being a local legend because I don't give a fuck what other people think.
Yeah.
Outside. No, for real, I love y'all and everything like that, but
your
state,
hometown hero.
Yes.
They gonna ride for you.
I love that. And some people, they have to leave where they're from to be able to create something that is greater than them.
And when they come
I've been fortunate enough to I probably could go somewhere and rack up and people be like, oh man, they haven't known me since I was like 17, 18 years old, like in an internship. And it'll probably be more money there, but because of the syndication opportunity, it's like home is first.
Home is first.
At least you can say she
the last one, guys.
Right.
And lastly,
Wait.
What does it say?
I don't even know.
Hosting with men versus hosting with women.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, wait, this is the first.
We always got one.
Oh, always.
We always got.
And we try hardest.
I'm gonna have to take a shot.
Yes!
We love it.
Show.
Yes.
Now, hold on. I'm gonna sip this. Y'all know I'm a chaser girl.
Okay. You little chaser, you.
I am. Don't chase men.
We 5 o'clock in the morning.
We chase drinks. We don't chase niggas.
Why I feel like midnight and it's
only 8. Oh my God.
Shyneka, we say this because on my way to work, I do listen to Young Jock in the Streets Morning Takeover.
Not you got a real job.
Yeah, we have real 9 to 5s outside of this.
Girl, if we was to rely
I
on
thought the media paid y'all so much.
That's all we have Miss Shyneka on this show.
Miss Shyneka been in this game long enough to know. If
Well,
we rely
that's
on
why we
this,
have you here.
hold on, 2 pennies to rub
That's
together.
what we have on the show to add to the
portfolio.
portfolio. We had Miss
Shyneka a little bit.
Okay.
But we have 9 to 5.
And I will say this, Miss Shyneka, like I said, I've been listening to you for a long time, but more so since I work in the morning, I hear you on Streets 94.5. And one thing about you, it don't matter who in the room, baby.
Yeah.
You don't go. Yo, one time when she went off on Sean about women like me, I am married like girl. I was like, oh baby, do not. I was like,
you do not play. Yo, you be getting.
At this point, I I think you forgot you was on the radio.
Yeah.
I did.
I'm dropping on this. I'm like, she's like, and don't ever play with me. He just like, okay.
Because he had shit to say.
And
Well, y'all don't know, but I had told him the week before that I would slap the shit out of him.
And we believe it.
And we believe it.
Look, and we believe. No.
I did. And so it was off that energy the week before because he kept kind of antagonizing me. And so you get it. I'm like, stop playing with me. Like, you have absolutely no idea what I'm going through every day.
Yeah.
And coming to work is making it worse than what it fucking is because you want to take a stance against me, and I'm just like, everybody can't be against me because somebody, we about to have to fight or something. I will fight all y'all niggas.
No, bitch, y'all niggas say, square up, bitch. Because line them up. What we gonna do? No, and so you know what? That takes us perfectly into our segment. Let's talk about going toe to toe with the guys, right? Because I think we've seen enough of the episodes or the radio sessions where we've seen you actually go, the most famous one with the Dame Day. And Miss Shyneka was not backing. We know Mr. Chatty Patty, you know, in his word. But Miss Shyneka was like, okay, but what you're not finna do is come up in here and talk to my girls and all of that like that. Like, when it comes to this industry, like, how do you continuously overcome not losing yourself and not letting people walk all over you, especially the men in this industry?
Okay, so it will have to do a lot with my dad and the fact that, I mean, at the end of the day, it's me. Like, I do a lot for my family, but I don't have children. And I feel like I am always going to be able to land on my feet. And so what I won't do is tolerate people being disrespectful or just like rude or disrespecting other people. Like, don't do that in front of me. And so he had like, I don't really know what his spiel is, if, you know, he's suffering from mental illness or whatever. I remember Dame being, you know, him. Mm-hmm. Like, back when I first entered the music industry, him, his brother, you know, calling shots, cussing out DJs on the calls, cussing out people. Like, I remember that Dame. And so, yeah, that's, you know, what I remember, but what I'm seeing right now, it just don't add up.
Yeah, you're like, hold up.
And you could still never talk to me like that because I remember being 18 years old and seeing how he was the owner of a nightclub. And I just remember coming to him after seeing him cuss out 2 different people. And I said, I really like you a lot. But you could never talk to me like that.
Yeah.
Like, for real. Like, you could never disrespect me like you. And I told him that because I needed to.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I don't know what I might do to what you... And I was probably 19 years old when I stepped to him and said that. Because you're not going to disrespect me.
Yeah.
Like, I don't... You know, I understand, like, whatever they did, it wasn't even a lot.
Yeah.
But you felt like because you're paying them that you could handle them a certain type of way. And I just don't get down with that type of shit.
Yeah.
I don't. So when it comes to a Dame Dash or goddamn Jay-Z or 50 Cent or whoever think that they are that nigga during that time, no.
Even now.
Exactly, because I am going to not accept that fucking treatment, and I don't think women should. I really think that, you know, we should carry ourselves like ladies, but at the same time, you gonna respect me. Mm-hmm. You're not gonna disrespect me at all. So that energy comes from, I can lose it all today and get it tomorrow. Mm-hmm. Because I believe in myself that much.
No, period. And then when you have that type of mentality, people feel like, oh, you difficult to work with. I don't want to work with her. She's snapping on dudes. Okay, well, call it what you want. What they say? What's the Nicki quote?
If a dude walk in the room and say he gonna yell,
he's a boss.
If I come in and have an attitude, I'm a bitch.
Like, be that bitch.
We'll be that bitch.
Well, she is. So...
Let me ask you a question. When it comes to the morning show and stuff like that, like with you and Shawty or whatever, do y'all have conversations outside? Like, all right, look, okay, like, nigga, let's talk out here because you got me fucked up.
Hell yeah.
Like, and do the radio be like, yo?
No,
or do
first
they just
of
be
all,
like, let it go?
no,
let
let
it
me
go?
Okay, so y'all don't know.
I can hear it in Jock voice.
Wait, hold up.
Okay.
Rewind. What?
I left work that day.
Oh.
I walked out. Yeah.
Girl, I thought she was saying I left the morning show.
No,
I was like,
I left
I'm like, I
work.
just heard you.
Yeah.
No, I said what I needed to say and then said what I needed to say off air and really wanted to fight. And then I was like, I can't.
Be in this atmosphere.
Wait,
If I'm here 5 more seconds, I'm going to fucking lose it. And so I walked out. I left.
did you call a couple niggas like?
No.
We know it's Miss
No,
Shyneka.
Miss Shyneka,
I know
didn't.
and
One
royalty.
call,
Now,
that's all.
and so I do want to explain the fact that I feel like where they were coming, where Shawty particularly was coming from, was a place of, at a certain time, was love. Like, I just want you to be sure that this, you know, that this is what you want to do. And like, are you going against the system because of how you are?
Right.
And like, are you just bucking on this dude or trying to emasculate him or whatever? He's trying to figure out what's going on because I wasn't open
At that
with
time.
my crew.
Yeah.
I just literally was holding a lot in. So they went seeing that I was in a really good situation
And
to
then what happened?
Now
about
we're done.
9 months later,
Yeah.
I'm over it because
yeah.
it's none of y'all fucking business what's
Yeah.
happening at my house.
Yeah.
And so I didn't feel the need to inform them on today's a really fucking bad day. Like
Yeah.
this motherfucker did this, that. I didn't do that.
Yeah.
And so then it was like from sugar to shit. And they didn't really know how to process that. I had to go through the same shit with y'all.
Well, have you?
But it was off air.
Air,
It wasn't
yeah.
on air.
Have you ever
And
came
y'all
clean?
shut
Or,
Shut the fuck up. Both of them niggas.
I'm gonna say, have you ever at one point after you left work, did you ever say, okay, I do love y'all. Y'all my co-host. I don't think it's anything fake. This is what happened. And they like, oh, okay, I could see. Or is it still like, no, I'm not.
No, because some niggas that that were raised in the hood, and I wasn't, are traumatized, and I see it on a daily basis.
Yeah.
And so my perspective about things are a little different. Like, yeah, I went through shit, but I didn't go through the shit of like the everyday hood nigga. So they like, that nigga ain't beat your ass. That
Yeah.
nigga ain't cheat
So
on
what's the
you.
problem?
So
then
what's the problem?
They think that that's the only way a nigga can hurt you.
Right.
And I'm like, are you fucking serious? I had a fucking whole father who loved me, who adored me and my other sisters.
Yeah,
Like,
so I don't have to. I had a
don't
nigga tell
have
me
to
every
do
day.
that.
My daddy told me I was pretty every day. I do not need you niggas to tell me
I
I'm
do
pretty.
not need y'all.
Yeah.
Like, so my first line of defense was really good. My father passed away, but the things that I like had instilled in me, the things like my dad taught me how to drive at 10 years old because he felt like I was responsible enough that if my mom went into labor with my sister to be able to drive a fucking stick shift
Wow.
to the hospital at 10 years old. So
Somebody gotta get there.
That should let you know how I'm built.
my dad, yes, I'm just like, I'm just totally different from a lot of people that you know. Like, it's
No.
Yeah.
So you said 9 months.
So Shyneka, let's get into it because I'm not gonna hold you. I was very invested. When you promoted the y'all was gonna be on the show, I watched the show because I'm like, let me support my
Who's
girl. I was very and you know what? Not even because you looked happy. You look and obviously that's all we want when we see people. Like for
Right.
me, like I'm rooting for everybody. When Chanel come home with her situationship, I'm rooting for her. Like
not a situation.
That is so embarrassing.
Look, I'm rooting for her. Like it don't matter.
And
Like
I'm rooting for her with her 2
situation.
days being in love. I do. I'm like, friend.
she hoping work.
April,
She
2
hoping
days.
We love
she
our
hoping work.
delusional friendship.
We so delusional.
I love a delulu.
Yeah.
Keep delulu.
She's the lover girl and I'm the player.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Do it work? Am I really a
Be a
player
player.
or am I getting played?
exactly. Who knows?
It's so terrible.
But honestly, no. I I was just like, oh my God, like to hear like the story of how they met and all of this. I'm like, oh, this is one of them, like, this will be you and me. And then you put out that statement. Girl, I'm scrolling on Instagram. I just want to let y'all hoes know, basically, bitch, we is not the fuck together no more. And
at first I did thought, not saying it was a publicity stunt, but you know, you don't know what smoke and mirrors. But I'm like, April, I know I'm not the best of friends with Shyneka, but she don't give me, like, she don't give,
Shyneka don't give PR stuff.
Yeah, you don't give PR stuff.
To me, if she had to put it out, that was probably the last straw.
And I did say this, I'm not going to hold you.
What'd you say?
I was like, oh, she might be on Love and Hip Hop. I ain't called April. I said, because she sent it to me. I said,
you know what's
she
so
might
funny?
be on Love and Hip
They
Hop.
hit you up after
Love and Hip Hop hate to see me coming because I'd be like, nope, I'm not filming.
Honestly, that was one of our
sometimes
questions.
trying to film with Jock up there too.
Yeah, I'd be like, nope.
Don't put me on there.
Don't
I'm
put
not
me
signing
on
no
it.
waiver. Keep it.
Did they ever wanted you as a main or just to be?
Oh wait! Is this an exclusive?
Wait,
Oh my God!
Because I honestly thought about it too. I was like,
you're Atlanta, Love and Hip Hop.
So let me help you out. Mona Scott is a really smart woman.
Mm-hmm.
So Phaedra got me an interview with Mona because I felt like bypassed. I was like, wait, hold on.
Y'all in Atlanta.
And that's crazy. And so this was like a very long time ago. At the conception of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. And so I met with Mona, and at the time I was with a rapper. He was like, I mean, he had songs out, but you know, he was like a up-and-coming guy. And so Mona, after meeting with me and seeing how I didn't hold back, and I wouldn't know, her people meter is
on point.
she
know who gonna give us the show.
She know a Delulu in real life. Not just a situation. But a Delulu in real life, and somebody's gonna be, you know, take it all the way there to where the ratings come in. And then somebody that is at that time, especially during that time, I'm like media trained, right?
Yeah.
And so you're only gonna go so far with me.
Before
I'm not gonna give you all the shits and giggles and And so she asked me who I knew on the show, and she asked me if I knew Stevie J and his girl, and if I knew Mimi.
Wait, which? Oh, okay. I'm gonna say which.
And I said I know Stevie J from afar.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, I don't know who Mimi is. And I said, I definitely don't know who Stevie J is with. Because I was, you know, around when Stevie J first came to Atlanta. And moved here and whatever. But nobody was really into what the fuck he had going. Yeah. I was an E fan and still is. And so I was like, that nigga put her goddamn sex tape out.
Yeah, that's what you know.
So that's what I was. So I didn't fuck with who Stevie J was.
It sounded like it was too real.
Exactly. And so she peeped that, and so it didn't happen.
Okay.
She told me straight up that the guy that I was dating, I would have to make him look less than and seem like he was like living off of me. And I wasn't willing to compromise for that.
Okay.
Was he willing to compromise for that?
No.
Okay.
Period.
He's a real man.
Hey, men do something strange for a little piece of change too.
Okay, now it's Atlanta.
This is
a story.
This is ATL. So
back to you now. So what happened?
Mm-hmm.
Or what are you willing to share enough to? Because I know people are kind of like, because you never really told nobody. Like, we haven't heard, like, what? How did we go from bliss to bullshit? Like, what happened?
Sugar to shit.
Like,
and is there any regrets? Well,
I am trying to still process, but the divorce isn't final.
Okay.
So I still got to be a little careful about
what you would say.
About what it is that
we
I'm
will
going to say.
We got your back.
I love it.
But what I will say is that at the time that I entered the relationship, I had unresolved issues to handle. And because of, I mean, I don't know if people see me on Fix My Life with Ayanla, but during that time, like I had things like in the, you compartmentalize. And so I can still keep going. It's like functional depression.
Yes.
And so you can keep going, but in the back of your mind, there is something that you don't even want to touch, like for real. And honestly, I don't blame him because my life like is something that like you gotta be you to really like sign up for this shit.
Yeah.
And the way that it's been going, like I literally wanted to be on a radio at 17 and 18 I was interning with the people that I wanted to be around. And then, you know, like things happened because it was nobody else like me that was able to speak that. I went from the lunch table to speaking my mind on the radio. And so that was like, wait a minute. We got something here.
Yeah.
And so whether he gravitated to the light or whatever and thought he could handle it, he couldn't.
Yeah.
And it's a lot, and it's, you know, I'm not really judging on his part, but I will say that I didn't do my due diligence in finding a mate, because at that time that we got together, it was like 2020, and it was, I had just got laid off by High. And that was a big thing.
Right, yes.
And like just going through that, because that's the only place that I had worked
for
period ever. And so that was a thing. And I did not realize at the time how much I grieved that situation. And not only that, so a year and some change before that, I was engaged to be married. It was like
to somebody else.
Okay. And so the way that I left out of that, because I didn't feel like I belonged in that situation, kept me like in regret. Did I do the right thing? Did I, you know, because we had a whole like family unit, and I never fully recovered from that. So I don't really think that I gave my husband everything that I could have.
Wow. No, I'm not going to hold you. That's not the story I thought we were going to get.
Honestly, I was ready to hear fuck that nigga, fuck that bitch. Yeah. I'm going to ask a personal question, because April and I come from two different households. You know, she have a 2-parent household. I grew up with a single mom, and her father is still in her life. You was raised with your father. You talk so highly of him.
He's my my stepdad. My dad's stepdad.
Well, you have a father figure that was in your life.
5, when I was 5 years old. But before that, if you guys, I can see you the clip that Ayanla. Yeah, you seen it?
Yeah. No, when I say I'm invested in
Shyneka. And so I had like nobody to protect me until my mom met my stepfather.
Oh, well, first of all, shout out to the stepfathers out there, because I am so sick of the Sierra and Russell and the stepdads, the bashing. Because
that man is doing the best he can.
Hold on. I have a stepfather as well. You know, until this day, my brother's dad, until this day, we talk all the time, you know. So, first of all, shout out to the stepfathers out there. But the fact that you were raised with a male figure, you know, in your life. And one thing that we hear on these podcasts with these men is, oh, these women, they don't have daddies in their life. And then with me is when I hear women who do have a father figure in their life and still end up, I guess, choosing the wrong mate. Sometimes, like I said, I told April this, and we have these conversations. I was like, maybe I'm just a girl with no daddy. But I'm like, what happened? Like, I'm like, oh, you know, men claim I don't have father figures, but you do. And then things don't go the right way. And then they blame, oh, you don't have a father, this and that. So could you just talk about it in a sense of like, how does your relationship with your stepdad or your father, let's just say that, you know, affect your relationships now?
I feel like now it probably does more now, but the lifestyle that I chose to enter, the career I chose, wasn't indicative to how I was raised. Like, I couldn't even listen to secular music growing up. We didn't have cards in the house. Like, I was very
sheltered.
Very sheltered as a child. So a lot of my upbringing literally has nothing to do with the shit that I've been subjected to since I was 18 years old. And so I literally, like, I had to develop, like, real street smarts, like, real quick. Because, you know, there are predators out here.
Yes, no, for real.
No, there are people that want to, you know, make you sex slaves and want to put you on get you on drugs, and they want to be able to control you. And that didn't end up being my lifestyle. Thank God.
Amen.
I had some kind of, you know, structure or foundation that protected me from that. But, like, my upbringing was totally different. Like, my mom would tell anybody right now, I didn't even let her listen to, when she used to listen to Ryan Cameron in the morning, she was sneaking.
Shout out to Ryan Cameron.
like that wasn't the way that I was raised. So I had to grow up real quick. I had to figure it out. And you asked how my upbringing
affects your relationship with
my relationships. It really didn't, but I wanted someone that had like a core structure, like my dad. For a long time I didn't see my dad as like a hero, but I was like, my dad is like, he had a regular job, but he was like the only business owner of like all the dads of the people that I hung with. He had an HVAC business. He did HVAC.
Ooh, okay.
And so he would go service my friends' houses. And so, but at the same time, he was a real like guy. He wasn't without flaw because nobody is.
Right.
But at the same time, I didn't weigh that, but now as I've gotten older, I'm like, no, I like people at the core principle of what it is that I was raised with. A manly man.
Got you.
These men in the industry that I chose to date, they have not been manly.
Can't fix nothing.
Well, do you want to date outside the industry?
No. I stopped dating in the industry.
Yeah.
When I was, let me see. Okay, so I stopped talking to Drake in like,
wait, she said Drake?
2020.
Did you say Aubrey Graham?
Yeah.
Aubrey Graham.
Because I did not want to be his girl that was in Atlanta. And so then that made room for me to get with my ex-fiance.
Wait, hold on.
You talking about Degrassi?
You talking about they not like us? They just got Are you talking about Adonis' father? You talking about I didn't hide from the world? I'm not hiding my kid from the world. I'm hiding the world from my kid. Wait, first of all, because who even knew? Nobody over here like yeah, because she said it like so. I stopped talking to Drake. Like you said, you stopped talking to Bob or something. Like girl, Drake. Okay, let me ask you. Can you Bob from the fifth floor? Like, girl, she talking about Drake.
Hold on, Soulja Boy, Drake.
Okay, well, shit. Okay, well, we know
Drake love them Atlanta girls.
You know,
Drake love them Atlanta girls.
And guess what? I was not about to be his Atlanta circle at all. I was like, I was 29.
If I ever have a secret, are you telling
you? Because, girl, our research. Nothing about Drake on there.
So we have a viral picture that goes viral at least like 3 times a year.
What? Did it miss 2024?
Like, well, let's wait back for it to come back around.
No, it came out.
Oh my God.
It was.
Okay, she gonna have to show us.
You know what?
I'll find it for you guys.
So wait, who's your ex-fiance? Can you say his name or is he famous?
No.
Oh, okay, he's not famous.
No. And so he was somebody that I really loved in high school that I always wanted to be with.
Oh, okay. So, have you dated any other famous men?
Yeah.
I'm
not doing that.
Okay, hold on. All right. Miss Shyneka. All right.
poppin' somebody has presented themselves in a way that
she said line them up.
And I'm gonna ask this because, like we said, you're Atlanta royalty, radio royalty, anything in that matter. How do you decipher if men really want to get to know you, or you're just using me for my credentials? Like, have you ran into that?
It's hard.
Because
it's hard. It was man. It literally goes back to you saying how you were raised and whatever. How I was raised is nothing like this shit. Like, I literally had to develop a whole new persona that nobody that I grew up with even understands. So when people see, like, you know, celebrities or well-known people going through shit, it's not normal. Like, it's literally
is a different type of
fucking not a normal thing, like, at all, because it's like sometimes you live like a double life. Or sometimes you live like a triple life and your family's like, oh, you doing that? Oh, okay. But they don't understand. They want to support you from afar. They don't get it because they not in it. And then the type of time and energy that it takes to be able to sustain and build and get to where the fuck you need to be in this shit is like, is totally fucking different.
Okay, this is gonna be my last question on the topic of your breakup. Is he still?
Because you are bewildered.
Yeah, because I'm still.
Everyone's so bewildered.
When I say I watched the show, like, bitch, I was there like, wait, you didn't know he had a kid? Well, we're gonna talk about because if you watch the show,
not the outside.
Yeah, the outside.
Oh,
so
damn.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I was up there like, Miss Shyneka, leave his ass right now. But she was really happy. Okay, my last question is he still trying to get with you? Because before, when you put out that statement, you was like, he's going around trying to get back with me, but I'm telling y'all, motherfuckers, no.
Do you still want him?
Okay.
No.
Do he still want you?
So, yes. Okay, because of
legal
how because of how he is continuously calling people I know, talking to people, trying to spread negativity about me.
Okay.
I just be really confused about people that try to come against me because I'm like, I've really been doing this for a very long time. I can ruin your life. I can ruin your family's life. But I don't do that because I don't do bad with bad.
Yeah.
I just speak my mind and whatever. But I also feel like I want to, because he, even though he has went publicly and he did like a live and erased it and then did another live and erased it.
We saw it the first time.
Yeah. Maybe.
And so it was like a continuation of bullshit. But I just, because I know that the place that I was in should have been a better place when we first connected, I don't blame him for anything else that has happened in a relationship because I should have been, I should have, went through my process of handling that. And I would have been able to see more of what he had going on, and we wouldn't have been able to take it that far.
Got you.
Exactly. And so, but everything was kind of like, it was fast. It was like Steve Harvey engagement. It was like Judge Lynn Toller, and
they were on. That's how.
So I just want to help y'all out and tell you that in the beginning of Judge Lynn Toller's show, we were actually casted for that. By my friend Naima that worked at 11 Alive and Revolt, and she's just a jewel in this industry. She recommended us for that show. And so when we interviewed with them, it was probably like in July. And we got casted for it. We didn't talk to them again until December. And so then we got engaged in September on Steve Harvey show by another one of my TV friends that worked at Dish Nation, Tia. And so it was a surprise engagement. And so I was like, okay, I'll be engaged to this nigga. I've been engaged for, it's cool. And so then when we talked to the Tollers people at the middle, it was like almost the end of December. those people told us that they changed the premise of the show, and instead of saying that we were gonna be able to commit and go to the next level, because it was before we even got engaged. So it was like, no, y'all can get engaged or y'all can, step up. She was like, yeah, so she's marrying people on the spot. And we was like, oh shit. But we had been engaged since September.
Yeah.
And so we was like, all right, give us a day or two to think about it. And then we came back and I was like, well, I guess if they gonna pay for it,
they're gonna pay.
If they gonna pay for the shits,
yeah,
and we gotta pay for the shits,
yeah. Then
and I already got this big ass ring from Steve Harvey show.
Oh yeah, hello.
It was
huge.
Yeah.
Do you feel like social media or the shows you were doing messed up the relationship? Like it's just...
It was very fast. It was very fast. It was faster than my healing process because honestly, I just have been able to grieve and get over my relationship when I was engaged. And recently I've been able, in the past, when I say recently, it's like the past 6 to 12 months, be able to let go of what it was that I had at heart before I came to street.
So everything plays a part in it.
It does, and you don't even realize it because you're just trying to fucking wake up and just get through and just keep pushing. But things like are traumatizing to our spirit, to be somewhere and to have built up, family, and you're there with most of those people than you really are at your house.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And your family, like out, you and your family probably connect 2 or 3 times a year.
Yeah.
But you with these people every fucking day.
Yeah.
So to be with people like for every day since I was a kid to like 20 years later was like, I didn't realize how much it devastated me.
Especially when you're not ready to go neither.
No, you're not.
No, I was ready to go the year before.
Oh, wait. Well, let's talk about that.
Because I ain't gonna lie. My next question, the next question was, what? So, what's your number one? What's your relationship like with Hot? 1079, 9. But my next question too was, like you said, we keep praising you. You're the GOAT. You're the living legend. But do you feel like you still have to compete for your spot? Like this this social media, this
a whole nother world we live in.
Like right influencers,
they just getting jobs just based off of having 100,000 followers. So
BBL, whatever the case may be.
I also want you guys to understand that these pop-up people are not going to be able to have 20-year careers. They're not going to be able to have 15-year. They are fly-by-night type of people. So they are. It's a recycling thing with just everybody. Except for the greats, like the MJs, like the people that really have held this culture to a standard. But the rest of these people, it's just like, you got to get in where you fit in. And so if it's, whatever it is, if it's something that's not really popular and you want to put that out there, then, do what the fuck you got to do. So anyway, so the first question you asked me was what?
What's your relationship like with the people at Hot now?
So the people we love each other.
Okay.
Yeah, that's we love each other. A lot of things were political. And during that time, our program director had a lot of sexual assault cases against him. And and so it was, my last year at Hot was really very interesting. From having to talk to different lawyers and HR, and it was way out of the norm of what I was used to. And so, because at some point I felt a little retaliation, I told my manager, Johnny, at the time, I said, I don't want to be here no more. And so you really have to be careful about what you ask for. Yeah. And you can't really be ready for it until it happens. Yeah. But like literally in that year, God gave me a slew of television stuff. It was like Dish Nation. Then I was featured on Gil King's damn, what the fuck is the name of that show? It's anyway. So it was like for the Super Bowl special, I was on there with Killer Mike, Lil Jon, Monica, GID, and Big Boy. Mm-hmm. And so we were all featured. Like, they rode around with us to look at Atlanta highlights.
So in the midst of you,
it was so that last 12 months, I did the uncensored after show for the show with my boy Jay Allen, mm-hmm. and it was the most I had gotten out of that company. So wow. God let me get that before it was over. Mm-hmm. Never did anybody expect for COVID to come or whatever. But even during that transition, we ended up getting a new program director that he was from Miami. He had a different vision for what was going on. And I was approached with downgrading my position to middays instead of afternoon drive where I was. And I was like, yeah, I'm not doing it. Yeah. But I didn't know it was going to be the end of my job.
Yeah. It's just now.
But y'all ain't going to demote me in my market. Y'all not going to do that to me. So, and that's how it played out. Fortunately, every other radio station wanted me. Where I wanted to go was somewhere, because I had been doing my Word on the Street news on Ricky Smiley's show. Mm-hmm. And so I think I did it on Mondays and Wednesdays, and then I would fill in for Gary with the T.
Okay.
And so I was just like, man, I need to be on this syndicated shit. Like, this is where the money at.
Yeah. Well, you ever thought about leaving Atlanta?
No. So Streets presented me with a syndicated situation.
Okay. Right.
And so I
look how it worked out. Look at God.
Hello. Yeah, because, in the beginning of your career, they be like, oh, you got to go to a smaller market and build up your name. And I'm just like, no, I'm not doing
Everybody's path is different.
So was Streets like the absolutely yes because of the syndicated station?
It was because the person who owns the radio station was my former PD. Okay. And the person who is the PD, I know him from like the industry. And somebody that's kind of like outside, but she's in the company, really helped bridge my career. And it was a white woman. Her name is Mary Catherine. And she said, when I was like 18 or 19 years old, she said, she reminds me of Wendy Williams and Craig Street. That's how she talks. And so she created a position for me in afternoon drive with Emperor Cersei back when I was
okay. That's dope. That's dope. That name definitely ring bells.
Yes. Okay. Last question before we move on to our baggage claim. How's your healing process now? Are you good? Is the journey still continuing? Where are you at right now?
Are you still ready for love? Is it Miss Shyneka keep a nigga? Miss Shyneka keep a.
Well, first and foremost, I can't get these niggas off me.
Drake!
Let's be clear.
I'm still on
that. Drake! Secondly, so in those months, and I know I didn't answer a question or two.
It's okay.
It was
it's okay.
Very
it's
thought
okay.
out.
We get it.
And
legality.
Those months, like those 9 months, mm-hmm. That I spoke of, I kind of went through what I had to go through on my own.
Okay.
Like in my head, in my mind. But what's going to suffer most, and now is my body, because you hold so much stuff in, you're not letting it out or whatever. But I feel like I went through a lot of the healing process. But when it comes down to kind of articulating what it is that I went through, it's hard for me, because as easy as it is for me to joke on people or to go back and forth with people, to be able to reveal my personal stuff, it's like I have a level of protection.
Right.
And so I feel like I might be ready.
Okay.
But the paper has to, they catch the paper.
You ever signed a prenup?
No.
Would you next time?
I didn't have to this time. I just feel like get what you get. Get what you brought into this bitch.
Yeah.
And then I'm
want
gonna
no Mary
get
J. Blige situation.
no. So that was terrible.
I don't want nobody using you, Shyneka.
I
Do
just want,
Shyneka give you?
No.
I wanna say that Kendu was doing what he was doing, but man, that shit is hard. Like I seen Mary really praise this man to the fullest extent.
Yeah.
And you don't understand because now we see Diddy in a whole new light, and that was who discovered her. Man, that drug addiction shit is
crazy.
It is, and so he was literally having to deal with somebody that was like a functioning goddamn drug addict who was on and off like substance abuse. And so that's his own plight. But I seen this lady give this man like so much. Ain't a nigga alive ever gave me that much as Kendu gave her.
Listen, well, look, on that note, we're going to move on to our baggage claim.
Hey.
All right, so today's baggage claim, you know, we've seen a lot on social media that these niggas be in your DM for years. You finally give them a chance and it's like, what the fuck? So, dating a man that has been wanting you for a long time, yay or nay?
Is that a red flag?
Nay, because that's what happened with my soon-to-be ex-husband.
And that's
so I was introduced to him in 1999.
Oh, you took it back to the 99 and the 2000s.
And so I wasn't interested in him then because I was trying to get into an industry that was like, a guy that was like in my age group couldn't do anything for me, like at all, because they were, I mean, he was about to go to college, like he was a football player.
I got
like,
niggas around me with the
and so I'm like, no. And then I just felt like that connection wasn't what it was, but I would see him periodically throughout the years. And when he seen that I wasn't with my ex, he
pounced back on it.
Exactly, in DMs, like trying to like get up on it. And I was just like, damn, when somebody has wanted you for so long, don't do it.
No.
Don't do it.
They don't know
you gonna play yourself. They don't know what to do with you.
They don't know.
They're just happy they landed.
What they say, I'm just happy to be here.
See, I
need another drink now.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, no.
But listen, I always hear, real quick before we wrap it up, I hear a double-edged sword. I hear Kevin Samuels, may he rest his soul, he always say a man is always going to marry a woman he knew for a long time. But also, on the flip side, I also hear controversy where it's like, well, you know, you've been knowing him for a while, y'all been friends, even if you didn't want him, then what's the problem? So it's like, so you know what, those guys who've been in my DMs 6 months and up, no. Okay. No. You are not,
No.
Because then men want to say, oh, well, maybe finally he saw your personality. Baby, you knew who I was, goddamn.
Period.
You saw me on Instagram. You heard me on, you know you see me on the radio.
True.
Listen. No, I honestly feel like those stories be 1 in a million. Like when a girl actually gets a guy that has been wanting her and actually treat her right. Baby, we are not the millions. We are not the one. We're the millions. Like, it's just not, no. Like, because to me, it's like it's that kid that's been waiting for that toy. And then what do you see kids do when they wait for a toy for Christmas? Play in the fucking box. No, you're not finna play with me, so no.
At all.
So, well, thank you, Miss Shyneka. No, we really had so much fun with you. Thank you for coming to being so open and honest. Tell the people where they can follow you, where they can listen to you.
Okay. So you guys can follow me at Miss Shyneka, and you can go from there.
Wait, before we ask, what's 2025? Wait, what's next for Miss Shyneka?
A lot of TV.
We love that.
Of being where I originally wanted to be.
Oh, you know, I seen her on, she was on Good Day Atlanta.
First of all, y'all was on Good Day Atlanta.
Yeah!
Do not think people not looking.
Don't think.
I see you.
So, nigga, I want to ask you this. Is there a day where we could wake up at 4:30 and come shadow
you at 94.5?
Yeah. I'm not gonna be there for 30 though.
No.
No.
5:35.
Yeah.
But we
Yeah.
went there.
Just a day in the shadow.
Of course.
I can see us there.
Look at y'all trying to get it on camera. Y'all
Yeah, get it on wax so we can see
No, I think the
Y'all so
tequila
BK.
spoke to me.
Y'all so BK.
You saw me? Yeah, get it on
wax.
camera.
Get it on
No,
wax.
I think this kid. I'm like, no, could we really? No.
No, honestly, since we do radio too, but we were doing like internet radio and stuff, and so we actually the guy who
You so shady without trying to be shady.
No, it was
yeah,
because he been seeing us at events.
What she said? My mom said y'all have radio